All right, let's get this show on the road.
This is a nice sweeping turn. Look at this.
Hey, how's it going? Hey, listen, real quick. ALLAN, KARL, WorldRider, you know that. I just wanted to thank you for tuning into the channel. Hey, and if it's first time or you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button down there and do that. I wanted to give you a quick prelude to this motovlog I recorded this past weekend. And I'm sharing this with you because it was kind of an experiment. As you know, I've had vertigo. Getting on the motorcycle has been always a testy thing. I talk about it in the video. I gotta tell you that it was the first time I've really gotten on this motorcycle for any extended ride. I did about 140 miles out there in the mountain roads, and it was so much fun. I had such a great time. First time of doing anything like that in over 2 years. But I'm also testing some new products, new ways of doing vlogging, moto vlogging, including the cameras and the audio. So I'm testing a DJI Mic, and there are a couple points in the video, just bear with it, it might be a little choppy, but for the most part it's okay. I didn't have a chance to test this ahead of time because I literally got this new microphone the morning that I did this ride. So I really wanted to share with you my experiences, my thoughts, and my plans for the future, and also test out this new technology. Enjoy the video. Thank you. I just want you to know that I'm back on the bike. I'm planning on going to Europe this summer, pick up the real dock, my real motorcycle in Athens, and give you WorldRider Tour 2022. Thanks for tuning in. Now here's the vlog.
On my gloves, and we're gonna get back on 78 and just see where this road takes us, and we'll do a little vlogging along the way. Doc Jr. All right, let's get this show on the road. Greetings. I'm ALLAN, KARL, WorldRider, host of WorldRider-TV, my YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in. Another one of these big days for me. It's another big day. I am out in the northeastern San Diego. On another Vertigo test ride. For those of you who are regulars to the channel know that for over 2 years, just about, I haven't ridden this motorcycle or any motorcycle. That changed about a week and a half ago when I finally decided it was time to say, Vertigo be damned, let's get on the bike and ride. So today is a big day. I'm out on Route 78, just about to ride through the town of Santa Isabel. I just love this whole open space preserve here, called the Santa Isabel Open Space Preserve. And we're testing a couple things. First of all, to see how well I handle vertigo going through the Twisties. There, I can tell you this. I've been on the bike now for, an hour or so today. And I don't have the confidence that I normally have. And this has me question myself. It's not a great thing, you need to be focused. And you need to have confidence to wheel. But I'm working on it. I am working on it. And I feel better about it today. It's just, each day it's baby steps. Not only am I testing out how I handle the vertigo, but I'm also testing a new microphone, a new setup for vlogging, motovlogging. I just received today, about an hour before I took off, in fact that's why I took off a little later than I wanted to, is the DJI microphone. Or as they call it, the DJI Mic. But here's really what I'm doing. So I'm recording wirelessly. I'm actually simultaneously making... Okay? So, simultaneously making 3 recordings. And the nitty-gritty of this. Normally, when motor bloggers are recording audio to one, they've got some contraption right up to their face, up to their chin, or their helmet. There's a wire that's connecting a microphone into the camera. It's usually a bit convoluted. And, this is a nice sweeping turn. Look at this. Beautiful. See? And I wanted to try to avoid that. In the past, I always used the Santa communicator, this thing on the side of my helmet, to record directly into the Santa Prism action cam. Well, that camera is 5 or 6 years old now. It only records 1080p, and it's taken some abuse over the years, and I'd lost a part to it that makes it not waterproof anymore. So, to use the DJI Mic wirelessly, and how I'm recording 3 audio tracks simultaneously is kind of interesting. First of all, the cool thing about the DJI Mic, if you care, it's a little techie stuff, we'll get back into more stuff later, but that DJI Mic has about 32 gigabytes of internal storage. So you don't even need to transmit to the receiver. The audio signal. Another great term. Look at this. Okay, so I stay focused, but tell you the story as we do this. So here's the story. I could just simply put this little microphone in my helmet, record the audio track while I'm recording 2 cameras, and sync everything later. I'll talk about that in a bit. But I'm also, just as a test, this microphone, which by the way is sitting under my chin, connected to a little baffle in my helmet, clipped onto it. And the receiver is in my top case behind me. It's only, 3 feet away, but does it actually receive the signals? The other thing is, this microphone comes with a windscreen. It's like what they call a dead cat, kind of this fuzzy thing that you clip on top of the microphone. You see a lot of YouTubers use this with the Rode Go-2s or with this new DJI Mic. But the problem with that is it doesn't connect really strongly, and with these winds, limited space on the helmet, I couldn't figure out how to get it on there without risking losing it. So what I've done, and who knows, with all this wind noise, now the mic part, which is omnidirectional, is pointed directly towards my throat beneath my chin. So who knows how this is going to sound. I'm going to find that all out later today. And we're going to see how it handles the wind, of course. So coming back to the synchronization, so by recording an audio track separately and independently of any audio that's being recorded onto these action cams, and I have 2, a DJI Osmo Action as well as a GoPro Hero, is that when you bring in the files, you've got a Osmo file, you've got a GoPro file, and now you have an audio file, whichever one sounds best. And you got to synchronize all of those. A lot of people talk about that it's a little bit of extra work to do in post, and would rather have all these wires and contraptions connected to the thumb of their action cams. So I use Final Cut Pro, and when you import the footage and then you create what they call a multicam clip, so you're using the 2 action cams and the audio, so 3 files, there's a feature there that you ask it to sync audibly. So using the audio from each of those 3 sources, it syncs it. And it's amazing. I used to sit on sometimes when I did have separate audio tracks, I would belabor trying to get them to all sync. And then I discovered how well this Final Cut Pro audio sync works. So I wanted to let you know that there's some riding in my future. So here's what I'm hoping to do. Now, a lot of you who are following my channel know that this motorcycle that I'm on right now is not my original bike that I've traveled to all over the world, to some 80 countries. That motorcycle is sitting in Athens, Greece in a garage. So this motorcycle I purchased a few years ago because I got commissioned to film a pilot about my travels. and about my fascination with culture and food for the travel and cooking channels. So at the time, my motorcycle, even then, was back in Europe. It's been in Europe for over 4 years now. So I needed another motorcycle, and I wanted to make it look as if this was the original bike to film a TV show as I'm traveling around the world. And it would have taken more time, expense, and hassle to ship that motorcycle over from Greece here for the TV, for the filming. So I bought this one. So anyway, that's why I have this one. So first week of July, I'm planning on heading over to Greece. Provided I don't have any problems with my Vertigo on these test rides. So once there, I've got a couple options. I definitely want to get out to Malta, the country of Malta. I want to go to the country of Cyprus. We're in downtown June. This town's a little smaller than Ramona, but it's cute. Julian Cedarman. It's a hotel. And we didn't blink. We're out of the downtown. So here we have a plan to go to Greece, go to Cyprus, go to Malta. And I really want to go to Crete. Now, Crete is part of Greece. It's a large island. I think it might be, if not the largest, it's the second largest in the Mediterranean. But it's got a unique culture, unique landscapes that are different from the others Greek islands. So I'm fascinated with the possibility of exploring that. Now, there I've got a couple options. I am closely monitoring the war in Ukraine, because if the southwestern part of Ukraine, as it is right now, not being bombarded by Putin as Russian terrorists, I would like to return, travel through Bulgaria, Romania, Moldova, and then meet up with a family that owns a winery in the Bessarabia region of the southwestern portion of Ukraine, and help them and capture their story as well, because they've opened their winery up to refugees, Ukrainian refugees in the war. It would be a great story to tell, and I could be there in the middle of the action, but not a real heavy risk. My reserve light just came on.
I'm going to need to get some fuel. Now, if there is war and it's dangerous to go to Ukraine, I will probably then head to Sicily. You see, I make it over to Sicily after exploring Malta and Greece. From Sicily, I can take a ferry over to Tunisia and maybe start to begin some exploration in northern Africa. All this is to say, if Vertigo is okay, if there is no if there's a problem in Ukraine, if there isn't, I'd rather go there and help the humanitarian crisis and bring that story to you. So that's what I'm thinking. That's why I'm out vlogging today. I know a lot of diverse stuff here, but wow.
Wow. So now we're definitely, whereas we were in the shrub before, we're making our way. Okay, it's got twisties for the next 2 miles. Let's do the 2 mile twisties, give you a little ride. I feel good riding through these, and plus the fact that there's no traffic when there's other cars. I think that's where my confidence will be. Nice sweeping turn. Julian Estates Road. Now it's like, if I look out over, I don't see any sign of civilization. Where's my gas station? I could stop and look on the maps. I'm just riding these curves. I think that's true. I think that I'm going to have to turn around. What's really cool here is I really haven't seen a car going in my direction. I've seen a couple cars pull out from side roads here, but they're all heading the other way. Okay, there's another camper. Okay, it says Decanzo 18 miles, which would probably be where gas would be. So, do I have 18 miles worth of range? It's a question. The key when you do run out, get low on this bike, it's very fuel efficient, but you really start rolling off of the throttle and just kind of mising. being a miser about your fuel consumption. I have no idea what time it is. Yeah, I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to play it safe. Okay, there's that's a slight vertigo moment. Just when you have to turn and crane your bank and look really far left. Just slight uneasiness. Not a big deal. I mean, the more you do it, the more you kind of train your brain to do that. Hey, we get to go through all these curves again. How lucky is that? Hey, listen, if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please click that subscribe button right down below there and click the bell for notifications, because I am going back to Europe. I feel good. This has been a good test day, but again, here we are. When I see a car, it kind of flinches me, but I'm not flinching on the handlebars, but it just flinches for a second. Which is kind of weird. You know, my usual modus operandi is if the reserve light does go on, I reset the odometer. So I can at least, okay, there's Ramco Patrol now. Is that my fuel stop? Some nice looking ladies walking over there. Okay. I'm definitely going back to that petroleum stuff. It'll be interesting to see how much gas is here in Julian. We're sitting at about $6 for fuel just on the coast. Here we are in a very small podunk style of a town. Here we go. Let's see what the gas prices are. $6.49 for super unleaded. If it's connected, I can kind of. This is the microphone right here, and it's still secure. So an old guy comes up to me as I'm negotiating the gas pump. He jumps out of his pickup truck. Says, "Oh, it's a lot warmer down here." I'm like, "Where are you?" He says, "Up at the top of the mountain." He says, "I live up there." I said, "Well, you know, I've been on the bike here, and it hasn't really been that cold." I told him I was headed up there, but my reserve light came on. He says, "You did the right thing by turning around." So I did the right thing by turning around. We're just doing a bit of a backup test here for a bit. The GoPro ran out of storage on the SD card. Yeah, you're only going to get my point of view now. I can turn it around here. More road work. Rumble strips ahead. Be prepared to stop. Again. Well, as I head into this next stop, the construction zone, I'd like to thank you for tuning in. I think I'm going to stop the vlog right now. I hope you liked this update. Appreciated the fact that I'm getting back on the bike. I'm going to Europe for World Rider Tour 2022, and I've got some cool new technology to really bring more stories. Thanks again for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed already, please do that, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Ciao.
is Alan. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.